begin with this project, we're going to be doing Student Checkup Excel 2-1. So we're going to start with our Excel 1-3, our Student Checkup Excel 1-3. So I have that open. I'm going to go ahead and save it as Excel Student Checkup 2-1. I'm going to do that in the Chapter 2 file. I'm just going to change the end of my document here. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to create a column chart. So I'm going to go ahead and select from A4 through H11 is where it's going to be. So right there. So I'm not going to include my totals in this. So I'm going to go ahead and click the Quick Analysis button right here. I'm going to click Charts. So I'm going to click the Quick Analysis button, then I'm going to click Charts here. I'm going to click a cluster bar, cluster column right there. I'll go ahead and reposition and resize my chart here. So this right here is the way you move charts around, right? So it's got to have that four-way cross arrow. I'm going to move it right there. So that's where I want it to be in A14, that top left corner. So I'm going to go to the lower right of my chart right here, and you see my cursor turns into that. So I've got a double arrow there so I can resize the chart. Just click it and drag it to I-29 about here. That's what it's going to look like now. And I'm going to unhide row 8. So that's back up here in my main data table. I'm going to unhide row 8. So I went ahead and put my cursor up there and right clicked, and then I'm going to go unhide on this. So I need to select both of the rows 7 and 9 on there. And I'm going to put my cursor right in the middle like this and right click and then do unhide. So then I can see it shows up as well in my data. So I'm going to click back on my chart here, and I'm going to do a quick layout and go up here as well. So now that it's selected, I can go up to the design tab right here in the chart layouts group right here. So here's a quick layout. And I'm going to click layout 3. So 1, 2, 3 is right there. I'm going to go ahead and click the blank area of my chart. Go up here to my chart tools, format tab right there, and I'm going to go shape styles group right there. And I'm going to do a shape outline. So right here is where I'm going to click. I'm going to do red accent 1. So my next thing that I'm going to do is number 6 here. I'm going to create a chart using non-adjacent ranges and move my chart into a new tab. So I'm going to select cells A through A4 through A11. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to select our revenue categories here, and then we also want to select G4 through H11. So we can go ahead and hit Control. That way we can select cells that aren't next to each other, right? So it's going to be G4 through H11. So it's going to be right here, Saturday, and we're going to go over another column all the way down to H11. So right there is what we're going to have. So both of those are selected now. So the revenue categories and Saturday and Sunday columns, not the totals though. So I'm going to go ahead and insert a chart in a different manner. This time I'm not going to use the quick analysis button tool. I'm going to go ahead and go up here to insert, and I'm going to insert a chart, and it's going to be columns. Right, it's going to be columns right here. Click the drop down there, and I'm going to do 3D cluster column chart. I'm going to do move chart right here. So this is the move chart button. It's in the design tab of the chart tools. Go ahead and click that. Click the new sheet radio button, and for that new sheet I'm going to name it Saturday and Sunday revenue. Go ahead and click OK. So then it pulls up as a new sheet. So I can see that I have two sheets now. Restaurant revenue with the chart that I put on there before, and now Saturday and Sunday revenue. So I'm going to go here. I'm going into my chart styles, and I'm going to go click on the more button right here. I'm going to do chart style 3. Okay, now I'm gonna change the chart type. So that's gonna be located right up here. I can do the go ahead and click that, and I'm gonna go over here to bar over here on the left side, and I'm gonna do a 3D cluster bar, which is the first chart right here. And I'm gonna click OK. So I'm gonna go ahead and rename the chart title right here. So you can go ahead and click right into that, and I'm going to update the chart title, which is supposed to be Saturday and Sunday revenues, and I'm going to go ahead and resize the chart title as well, selecting it there, and then I'm going to go to the Home tab, and I'm going to size it to 24. That's what I'm going to have there. So I'm also going to click on, so I'm going to go over here to the legend, Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to go ahead and bold that, and I'm going to resize it to 14. I'm going to go to my y-axis here, and I'm going to also bold and resize that to 12. So those are all, it's like a text box, those are all together in the same box. So if I click on that, it'll select all of them on my y-axis, and then on my x-axis, I'm going to go ahead and click there, and it'll select all of the actual dollar amounts. That gives me a reference for my x-axis, and I'm going to go ahead and bold that and resize that to font size 14. So I can go ahead and do a preview, right? So as I go to print it, it's going to come up, so I can go ahead and preview my my chart before I print it, and then I can go ahead and print it out. You don't necessarily have to print it out, right? Don't print it out. You're just going to go ahead and save your workbook. Now make sure that it is saved. Click save again so you don't lose any of your information, and then you're going to submit that file up to the Student Checkup Excel 2-1 link in Canvas. Thank you. Have a good day.